everyone, I'm Dr. Duke, and welcome to Political Jazz at Oliver McGee. Each week we dive into D.C. politics and speak directly to former White House senior advisor Oliver McGee. Oliver, the 2-year investigation into Donald Trump's relationship with Russia is apparently over, and yet now we're beginning to hear some scuttlebutt that White House officials, unnamed, are concerned they could be outed when the full version of the Mueller report is released on Thursday. What do you think's happening with this situation?
Well, leaks always happen inside presidential administrations. That's just a natural call to order. But there probably will be some nervousness inside. It's highly speculative at this point. And that's what's going to probably be the juiciness that's coming out of this report and what's going to make it sort of an interesting read, highly redacted, as it should be. And I think this is really what Donald Trump is probably going to be interested to see. He's not worried about collusion. He's not worried about obstruction because there's no collusion, there's no obstruction. So what else is there to come from the report except for the comic strip drama that could come out for what was done during the Mueller process?
Now, over the course of Trump's tenure, there have been defections. A lot of people have come and gone. I think about the relationship between Kellyanne Conway and her husband. She's a devoted Trump supporter. He is a never-Trumper. When you were a senior advisor in the White House, did you see these kind of leaks as well? And how did you personally handle sensitive information?
One of the things that I came to the White House with is understanding that it is a national security organization, and I am extremely ultra-conservative about protecting the essence of that security inside the White House. I was not a leaker. I did not talk to any order of the press during the time because that's all handled through the communications shop and the communications director. A person who goes into the White House is really about service to others and otherness and not themselves. And they're not the story. The story is the president. We're there to serve the president, and the president is the boss. And we have to get in the box and follow the process of the president. That's really what the order is in the White House, and the honor to serve in the White House, that you take an oath in itself to not only protect the Constitution, but protect the officer of the Constitution, which is the President of the United States, inside his White House.
When you were a senior advisor, did you find the press snooping around? Was the press always trying to buy somebody a drink or corner one of the staff somewhere to try to get some scuttlebutt? Or was there more of a firewall between you and the media?
You, as a staffer, have to understand that you are speaking for the president if you are chosen to speak. You can't speak openly yourself. If I were placed into the White House in the Trump administration, I'd have to give up all this because I cannot be having my own voice. My voice then becomes the president's voice. And he is the decider. See, what we're looking at with Donald Trump here is that he's interested in being not just a president, but he's interested in being the greatest president. AKA Lincoln. Lincoln saved the Union, and Donald Trump is trying to save the Union. And I think that is why Trumpism as a brand, the greatest brand in the world now, is in the American psyche. He's in our minds. He's in our lives. Whether he's creating jobs and giving us historic tax cuts, or whether he's putting Supreme Court justices, or whether he's building a wall, Trumpism is in the mind of America. It's part of Americanism. So we have to get used to that and get ready, whether we like it or not.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this one last question. When the redacted Mueller report finally does become public, what do you think? Is more nothing burger, or will there be anything there to worry the president or any of the rest of the country?
Well, Dr. Duke, we elected a brawler in the White House in 2016, and this Mueller report is the biggest brawl in history. So it's going to be nice drama. But ultimately, this Mueller process will go into the ashes of history and not make history. What's going to make history is the brawler we put in the White House, and we've got to get used to it because history's in the making, and it's fun to watch.